Hello, I'm Aula, and today I'm going to introduce the game Fallen Angel. It is a middle to high strategic Euro game played with dice. Here, we will be one of the leaders of the four houses, trying to destroy the falling asteroid that is going to destroy the land. In this game, we use dice as workers in order to place them on the different sections of the board and trigger the action tiles. The board is divided into 9 different sections, and every 3 sections creates a region. At the end of the round, players in each region will compete for the number of VPs shown on the action tiles. Here we have 6 action tiles and 5 actions in total. Let me now show you what each action tile means. If you choose the gem mining action by positioning your dice in this section, in the first placement you get 2 quotas to get the gems. For example, with 2 quotas I can take 2 gems from the nearest region or 1 gem from the region that is more far away. In the subsequent placement with 4 quotas, the best thing one can do is to get 2 gems from the nearest section and 1 gem for the more far away section. In the last placement, when you have 6 quotas, you can take 2 gems from the nearest section and 2 gems from the section that is more far away. After taking the gems and placing it on your map, you have to reduce the engine power by 1 as it is shown on a picture. In a subsequent moves, after taking more gems, you will have to reduce your power by more. In the last 2 rounds, you will have to reduce your power by 2 for each gem. If you want to increase your number of shields, you can place the dice in a section with action gems to shields. In the first level, you can exchange 1 gem. In the second, you can exchange 2 gems and 3 in a third level. If the gem is your color, you can exchange it for 2 shield upgrades. If the gem is a different color, you can exchange it, but just for 1 shield upgrade. If you have a black gem, it is a special one. You can, using the honor token, exchange it for 2 shield upgrades. Or, without using honor token, you can treat it just as the other color and upgrade and exchange it for 1 shield upgrade. After using all of your gems, you can place the rest at the beginning of the match. If you want to increase your engine power, you can place your dice in a section with an action shields to engine. Here, by dropping the shield by 1 in a first level, you can increase your engine power by 2. You can do it multiple times. So by dropping your shield 1 more, you can get another 2 of your engine power. In the following levels, the ratio of change is higher. So you can get 3 engine power more just for 1 shield and 4 in the following level. You can even wait not to move and decide not to move in the first level, just to get the higher ratio in the following levels. If you place your dice in this section, you will take Airship movement action. Here, on your engine power is shown by the black sign how many steps can you take. The red sign shows how many engine power you will have to drop. Here we have to drop it by 3. And we can take 3 steps. Here is our airship. We can start anywhere and to do the 3 moves. So 1, 2 and 3. Only thing we have to remember is that we have to follow the lines. For every step, we have to collect one cube. Later on, the cubes can give us more dices. If on our way we encounter the black cubes, which are rebel cubes, we will have to reduce our shield by the number of the cubes. So here 2. Anyway, we'll need the black cubes in order to get dices. If in your final move there is only one cube or there are no cubes at all, you have to put here your house token. The tokens will later on contribute to the victory points. For example, if at the end of the game you have 4 tokens, you can exchange it for 9 victory points or 4 victory points depending on the end of a game. If you place your dice in this section, you can use honor technology action. That means you can choose one of the sub-action, so taking the honor token or using your technology. You can use any of the 3 available technologies or take the token. If it is the second level, you can do both. Take the token and use the technology, or take 2 tokens and use the technology twice. At the end of the round, in a conclusive phase, there is a monster explosion. Each of the player will lose as many victory points as many dice are left. In this example, we have 4 black dice left, what means each player will lose 4 victory points. One can avoid losing a victory point by dropping 1 shield for 1 victory point. After the explosion, there is a technology salvage. Each monster has its own unique technology assigned, and the winning player will get a card. The conditions of winning are as follows. If you count the dice, the player with the majority of dice wins the card. Here is yellow. If the dice are tied in number, the player with the last dice scoop will get a card. Here is again yellow. In this case, is green. The winning player can get a card and install the monster into its ship. Otherwise, he can discard a card and exchange it for 3 victory points. Sometimes there is a situation of special die. Here, we put dice in order. As we can see, there is a tie in numbers of dice between yellow and green player. Normally, we would check in the order chamber. As the green one has a lower number, he would win. He would get 6 plus 2, that means 8 VPs, and the yellow one will get 6. However, they are in a special tie, so we are summing up their VPs. So 8 plus 6, that means 14. We split it into half and each gets 7 VPs. After Earth Supremacy, there is a round objective. In this case, players will compete for the bonus VPs, 2 times number of shields they have. In order to get the bonus VPs, they will have to compete on the number of the honor tokens they want to show. Here, one player may have 5 honor tokens. He will have to decide how many he wants to show. He chooses to show 4. The other player has chosen to show 2, so the player with 4 wins. However, he will lose all of his honor tokens, and the other player will lose half, so 1 in this case. The winner player will get 2 times 5 VPs, so he will get 10 VPs. On the round objective, there is an enlistment. Players will have to put their citizen cubes in barrack slots in order to get a new dice in the next round. For example here, all of them will have to start with a black cube. In the first row, we have 2 pairs, each of a different color. We will get a new dice in the next round. We would like to put This one's also in a row, but we lack the yellow cube. That's not a problem, we will left it for the next rounds. In the last row, we should have all the cubes in the same color in order to get a new dice. Anytime during the game when a player gets maximum amount of gems, citizen cubes, shields or engine powers, he will get full gear bonus. That means the additional number of VPs equal to the number available here. So 4, 4, 6 or 6. In rest phase, we move down the Angel City in order to show its falling. We fill up the gems depending on the number of players. With 4 players, we filled up to 6. So here 4, here also 4, and here 3. Later on, we take the action tiles and we shuffle it. We shuffle it and put it back on its place. You do the same with VP tile. So shuffle it and put it back on its place. After we've done it, now we have to get new monster cards. We choose 3. And put it on the board. Now we have to get black dices depending on the number on a card. So here we have to take 3, here we have to take 1, and here again we have to take 1. So we have to choose it using the dice tower. 1 for this one, 1 for this one, and 3 for the last one. At the end of the game, we have 2 possible solutions depending on the number of gems left. Here we have 8 gems on the asteroid, and in the back we have 2 left. So we have 10 gems. If the number equals more than 10, then the Angel City falls in the land and destroys it. If the number is equal or less than 10, then the land is saved. Here the number is 10, so the land is saved. In this case, there is a prosperity. Each player gets for their tokens number of VPs in a yellow row, which is almost twice as much as in the red row. There is also a war contribution, so each player gets 2 VPs for their colorful gems left. They will get nothing for the black gems. If there is a crash, there is destitution. Each player gets for their tokens the number of VPs available in a red row. What is more, there is a black technology warship. Each player gets nothing for its colorful gems, but gets 5 VPs for every black gem left. What is more, each player loses 1 VP for each of the citizen cube of their color left on the board. Additionally, there is a surplus disposal. Players will get some additional VPs for the gems, citizen cubes, shields, power engines, and hero cards left. At the end of the game, the player with the most VPs wins. Thank you, it was very nice to teach you the Fallen Angel.